What if the next Lakers dynasty is decided not by raw talent or flashy superstars, but by timing by a whisper of a rumor, a behind-the-scenes handshake, or a single trade that rewrites everything we thought we knew? What if the thin line between glory and heartbreak this season comes down to the shadow moves happening right now, while the world's eyes are elsewhere? Welcome back to Lakers News Fan Report, where raw truth meets purple and gold passion. Smash that like button, hit subscribe, and ring the bell so you never miss a second of this drama. The NBA's landscape is shifting faster than ever, and believe me when I say that the Lakers may be seconds away from making the kind of blockbuster move that could change the entire trajectory of the franchise and possibly the Western Conference. We're talking about a deal bold enough to shake the core from the promising yet unproven young blood, like Dalton Knecht, whose name is suddenly gaining weight around the front office, all the way to experienced, battle-tested veterans who can instantly elevate this team's ceiling. And at the heart of these swirling rumors, Jrue Holiday. Yes, the 35-year-old defensive maestro, playoff warrior, and relentless closer who's still putting up solid numbers with the Boston Celtics, 11.1 points, 4.3 boards, near 4 assists, and over a steal per game. Not just stats on a sheet, but proof of a menace on the perimeter who can bother the league's toughest guards and lead under pressure. The Lakers brass are apparently ready to swing hard, willing to offer up promising young names like Knecht, Maxi Kleber, and even Gabe Vincent as chips in this high-stakes poker game for Holiday. And the timing couldn't be more urgent. Why? Because there's pressure for the front office, for LeBron, and for the entire fan base that cannot be ignored. The Lakers want to be championship contenders next season, not in 2 or 3 years. Not rebuilding, but right now. And make no mistake, that pressure is very real within the purple and gold locker room. LeBron James, whose fire hasn't dimmed one bit despite everything, has been pushing the board for reinforcements who are not just role players, but cold-blooded veterans who can handle the red-hot heat of playoff basketball without cracking. Imagine Holiday joining Marcus Smart, already signed and known as a defensive nightmare and vocal leader together. They would form one of the league's most fearsome perimeter defenses. Exactly what the Lakers identified as a missing piece. Behind the scenes, though, there's a simultaneous saga unfolding that could drain away some of that hope. Al Horford and De'Anthony Melton, the players the Lakers had openly chased and seen as vital to deepening their roster, have apparently taken a tentative verbal agreement to suit up for the Golden State Warriors. Not official yet, but close enough to chill any purple and gold heart. The final wrinkle is a young gun with an intriguing future, Jonathan Kuminga. His role in a potential deal with the Warriors hangs like a dark cloud over the negotiations, a variable that could either solidify or shatter Horford and Melton's shifting loyalties. The Lakers can't afford to wait, but they're tangled in this high-wire act, balancing the urgency to win now with the risk of letting valuable assets slip away. Questions race through the mind of every fan paying attention. What's the board willing to sacrifice? Is Dalton Knecht's promising future just collateral damage in the quest for a title? What happens if a Horford-Melton deal becomes irreversible? The brinksmanship is palpable. And yet, here's the paradox: while some dips towards the Warriors seem imminent, movement on the Holiday front is heating up considerably, with the franchise probing the possibility of shocking the Western Conference by nabbing a seasoned championship veteran who knows how to win and, more importantly, how to win alongside megastars. This isn't just a piece for role-playing depth, it's a statement. It's saying, we hear you, King James, as the Lakers try to balance staying competitive now without mortgaging their entire future. The price is steep, no doubt. The young core, the potential, and the energy of the team could be sacrificed for immediate impact, which is always the gamble with championship window strategies. But the front office believes with the right pieces, especially if they nab both a defensive anchor in the paint and a wing defender like Holiday, the Lakers could leap directly into serious Western Conference title contention. This is a franchise that remembers what it's like to be on the brink, to stare down seismic shifts and emerge on the other side with a ring. The ghosts of past heartbreaks linger, but so do the echoes of championship parades, reminding the Lakers nation that greatness is fleeting and sometimes brutally hard-earned. In a world where Horford's deal with Golden State could slam the door, Holiday represents a beacon, one that might prove the difference between settling and soaring. The board is optimistic, sources say, fueled by the belief that LeBron and Anthony Davis remain the firewood for a blazing playoff run. Healthy, engaged, hungry, They are still capable of turning the tides on any given night. But this offseason's tension is more than just strategy, it's emotional. LeBron demands action, not promises. Fans demand hope, not false dawns. The clock is ticking loud. Every conversation, every whispered negotiation, every passing day inches closer to that crucial go or no-go moment. This is the moment when history can be shaped or shattered again. Add to this the reality that the market remains unpredictable. Other names, hungry veterans with passion and grit who fit the Lakers' defensive and physical profile, hover just out of sight, ready to emerge and disrupt the plans at a moment's notice. Yet, for now, Drew Holiday remains Plan A, not just because of his defensive prowess, but because he embodies what the Lakers need most: the heart and cold blood to close out high-stakes games, the experience of winning alongside superstars, and the grit to withstand NBA Finals pressure. The price? High. The risk? Real. But the potential reward, a leap toward reclaiming the throne, is why the gamble is on the table. The board's willingness to use young talent as leverage shows there is no turning back. It's the price of ambition, the eternal tension between today's glory and tomorrow's promise. And so, as Lakers fans brace themselves for the next headline, the next notification, the next twist, we're left hanging in this intoxicating balance between hope and dread. Will this be the year the Lakers rise, strengthened by savvy moves and veterans who bring firepower and leadership? Or will this be the beginning of yet another cycle lost to risky gambles and narratives of what could have been? As a lifelong Lakers fan, living through every inch of triumph and every soul-crushing loss, I can't help but feel the weight of this moment bearing down. Like the final seconds of a championship game, there's electricity in the air, but also uncertainty carved deep beneath every front office move and every whispered deal. So I ask you, what do you believe? Is this the start of a new empire, built on calculated risks and cold-blooded veterans? Or is it the opening chapter in our unraveling, a costly fall for a franchise desperate to recapture fading greatness? Drop your take in the comments. I'll be reading everyone. This is Lakers News Fan Report, and we're just getting started. Listen up, Lakers Nation. This is the moment where your pulse should be racing, where the fire inside your chest refuses to be quiet. Because what's on the table isn't just a roster shakeup. It's a crossroads for the entire Lakers legacy. And, yeah, I'm talking about the very soul of this franchise that's been bloodied and brilliant for nearly a century. LeBron James, the king, the man who has carried the weight of purple and gold on his back longer than most have been alive, isn't just chasing another ring. He's fighting for his name to be etched alongside Magic, Kobe, and Kareem, to be more than just the relentless superstar who defied Father Time. He wants to close the book on his career with a final, thunderous chapter. But here's the twist: the clock isn't on our side. The moments slip away like sand through fingers stained with sweat and sacrifice, and every injury, every buzzer beater loss, is a reminder that we may never get this Phoenix Sun around LeBron's reign again. Anthony Davis, the brow, has battled adversity like a gladiator hit with curse after curse, a fractured shoulder here, a sprained ankle there, and yet he keeps showing up for the purple and gold faithful like a warrior, returning to his post. The question burns hotter than the California sun: can these Titans, framed by uncertainty and fragility, absorb a wholesale roster shift and still ignite championship magic? That's the gamble, and in the shadows of that gamble looms Bronny James, the next generation bearing not just a name, but a lineage burdened by relentless expectation. Every step he takes, every varsity half-court shot echoes in the halls of this franchise, whispering that the Lakers dynasty must live beyond the veterans still waging war. Reeves, rookie sensation turned cult hero, embodiment of blue-collar grit in a city that worships glam. The kid's ascension has been the unexpected heartbeat of the team, a reminder that the roots of this franchise are not just in legends, but in raw, relentless effort. Now imagine if the front office, under Jeannie Buss's watchful eye, faces a crossroads beyond just talent evaluation, because there's talk, heavy and hushed, about outside forces, billionaires eyeing the chalk dust and stardust of Lakers history, buzzing around the edges with pockets deep enough to destabilize everything. What if a new power disrupts the equilibrium? A mystery investor itching to rewrite Lakers governance, not for legacy, but spectacle. Jeannie's finesse and stubborn love for this team stand strong, but the boardroom drama could prove as ruthless as anything on the hardwood. This is no longer just a basketball story. It's a thriller of dynasty politics, power plays, and legacy wars played out behind glistening glass towers in downtown LA. Looking back to the Showtime 80s, when Magic spun miracles and fast breaks, faster than the Clippers could even dream, the Lakers weren't just a team, they were a revolution wrapped in purple and gold fedoras. A city united in light and rhythm. And then flash forward to the early 2000s, the Kobe and Shaq thrones. The era of dominance carved through explosives of talent and raw egos. 3 championships glinting as trophies of a volatile masterpiece. The 2010 revenge rings, when Kobe and the gang clawed their way back from heartbreak and lost to remind the league who the real kings were, and who could forget 2020. The bubble championship, an odd chapter written in isolation, yet a testament to resilience and unity amid chaos. But since that pinnacle, the decline has been bitter and slow, like a once mighty river drying under drought. The franchise has searched for a new course with desperation in every move. Now, with Holiday potentially stepping in, there's a glimmer of that old Showtime spark, not just in talent, but in tenacity, a defensive cage, a shutdown artist lurking on the wings, turning every possession into a struggle for survival. But what if the Warriors, hardened and hungry, snatch Horford and Melton first? What if Jonathan Kuminga, this wild, raw potential, turns the ties for Golden State and leaves the Lakers holding pieces that just don't fit the puzzle? The ripple effect in the Western Conference is seismic. Denver waits silently, Jokic, still dominating like the unstoppable force he is, ready to pounce on any Lakers misstep. Phoenix, with their young core and championship dreams, looms like a desert storm, ready to bury the Lakers in a sandstorm of youth and speed. Clippers, 2 stars. One bitter rivalry, and a city divided. One bad trade or one injury could tip the scales into a blood feud that tears the Western crown apart. So every whisper from the front office, every secret meeting, every agent call becomes a chapter in a saga no fan can afford to ignore. The energy in the stands at Crypto.com Arena feels electric, yet haunted, like walking into a championship fight with gloves soaked in both hope and doubt. The landscape changes every hour, and as fans we live for this drama, this raw, unfiltered emotion that turns basketball into mythology. But moment after moment, the question claws at us: could this be the season the Lakers shatter the Warriors? Grip, the season LeBron and AD define their legacies with rings? Or is it the start of another painful cycle, one that Cinderellas like us only survive by faith and stubborn love? But what if Holiday doesn't just bring defense? What if this trade ignites something deeper, a renewed fire in the locker room, a harder, better identity, a shift that morphs the Lakers from hopeful pretenders to cold-hearted contenders who refuse to blink under playoff pressure? Now imagine if injuries stay away, if LeBron's body holds, if Anthony Davis returns to his monstrous self, the duo becomes a Titans handshake, sealing a pact with destiny. But what if those young assets, like Dalton Knecht, don't get the chance to blossom? What if in chasing the dream of today, we sacrifice the dawn of tomorrow? Could the Lakers end up as a cautionary tale whispered in basketball circles, of franchise bleeding, potential for fleeting glory? This tension between now and the future is the very heartbeat of this franchise. The endless balancing act between legacy and innovation, between the ghosts that haunt us and the dreams that drive us forward. That's the epic story unraveling right before our eyes as a Laker till the day I die. Here's what I see coming. This isn't just a game, a season, or a trade. It's a reckoning, a crossroads where legends are made, where heartbreaks are etched deep, but where purple and gold Warriors either rise to the heavens or fall into the abyss of forgotten glory. Now, I want to hear it from you. Drop your raw take below. Every true believer in purple and gold, what will this chapter say about us? Will history remember us as the kings who gambled everything and won, or the dynasty that crumbled because we danced with fire we couldn't control? Keep those flames burning. Lakers Nation, the war is far from over.